Welcome to Healthy Aging Blueprint, your trusted space for simple, effective tips to help seniors live healthier, happier, and more meaningful lives. Whether you're stepping into retirement or supporting a parent or grandparent on their wellness journey, this channel is for you. Together, we'll explore real-life experiences, healthy daily habits, and a positive mindset to help you wake up each day with energy, joy, and purpose. Have you been ignoring the one ingredient in your kitchen that could change your health forever? What if a common household powder could quietly relieve pain, protect your organs, and help you sleep better, without a prescription? And what if science is only now starting to uncover what your grandmother may have already known? Baking soda. Yes, that simple white powder sitting quietly in your pantry is more than just something you toss into cookie dough or use to freshen your fridge. For millions of seniors, it could be the key to easing some of the most common age-related discomforts. From calming heartburn to supporting kidney function and reducing joint inflammation, baking soda has quietly held healing potential right under our noses. For decades, this inexpensive and often overlooked staple has been underestimated. But as research grows and natural remedies regain attention, baking soda is finally getting the spotlight it deserves. Especially in your senior years, when the body needs gentler, more effective support, understanding the proper use of baking soda can make a real difference in how you feel day to day. In this video, you'll discover the evidence-based benefits of baking soda that may surprise you. We'll walk through who can benefit most, who should be cautious, and the safest, most effective ways to use it to reclaim your comfort, confidence, and quality of life. Stick with me until the end. You might be just one small adjustment away from feeling better than you have in years. Before we begin, I'd truly appreciate it if you could like this video. It helps us reach more people who need these timeless wellness insights. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. If you're enjoying this already, type the number 1 in the comments to let me know. If not, type 0, so I can keep improving what I bring you. Now, let's talk about one of the most common struggles seniors face: heartburn and acid reflux. For many older adults, heartburn isn't just a random inconvenience. It becomes a daily battle, a shadow cast by a digestive system that no longer works as smoothly as it once did. That burning sensation behind your breastbone, the acidic taste that creeps up your throat at night, the way a favorite meal can leave you tossing and turning in bed, it can start to feel like a part of life you're just supposed to accept. Imagine this. You've just enjoyed a satisfying dinner, maybe your famous lasagna or a beloved spicy curry. As the evening winds down, a slow-burning pressure begins to rise in your chest. You feel it moving upward, leaving behind that bitter, sour aftertaste. It interrupts your rest, takes the joy out of your meals, and turns peaceful moments into uncomfortable ones. Many seniors deal with this night after night, automatically reaching for antacids with little hope of lasting relief. But what if the solution was already sitting in your kitchen cabinet? Baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, may look plain, but it's a powerful natural remedy for neutralizing stomach acid. And when used correctly, it can offer quick, gentle relief from the discomfort of heartburn without the long-term side effects of many over-the-counter medications. When you stir baking soda into a glass of water, something remarkable happens. This common powder transforms into a gentle, alkaline solution that can almost immediately begin to calm the fiery discomfort of acid reflux. Within just a few minutes, the burning subsides, and for many, it feels like peace washing over a restless body. It's more than just a comforting ritual passed down by grandparents. This is chemistry at work in its most practical and healing form. Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, reacts directly with the excess hydrochloric acid bubbling in your stomach. As the two meet, a neutralizing reaction takes place, producing harmless byproducts: salt water and a small, fizzy release of carbon dioxide. It's this quiet chemical shift that extinguishes the acid and brings near-instant relief. That tight pressure in your chest begins to ease. The irritation in your throat softens. Breathing feels less strained. It's like opening a window after a long, stifling day and letting fresh air fill the space. For seniors, this small but meaningful act, mixing just half a teaspoon of baking soda into a glass of warm water, can feel like reclaiming control over their well-being. It's a simple way to feel better without needing to rely on another prescription or over-the-counter fix. But the beauty of this remedy goes far beyond the chemical reaction. Many older adults are already juggling multiple medications, pills for blood pressure, cholesterol, arthritis, and more. Each new prescription adds another layer of complexity, another potential side effect. In a life already carefully managed by routines and reminders, the idea of a natural, affordable, and fast-acting option is not just helpful, it's liberating. Imagine being able to sit down and truly enjoy a home-cooked meal without the creeping dread of what might follow. Picture yourself at the end of a long day, holding a warm glass of baking soda water in your hands, knowing you're helping your body wind down rather than preparing it for another restless night. That's the quiet power of this forgotten remedy. It's not just about fighting discomfort, it's about giving you the freedom to enjoy life's simple, nourishing moments without hesitation. To use this remedy effectively, dissolve half a teaspoon of baking soda in a 4 to 8 ounce glass of water. Stir until completely dissolved and sip slowly. Ideally, you should drink it after a meal or when symptoms begin to appear. Avoid lying down right after drinking to give your body time to fully absorb and respond to the solution. Relief often arrives quickly, but as with any remedy, moderation matters. Baking soda, while helpful, does come with an important caveat, especially for seniors managing specific health conditions. Each half teaspoon contains roughly 600 milligrams of sodium. That may seem small, but for individuals with high blood pressure, heart disease, or kidney concerns, that added sodium could tip the balance in an unwelcome direction. Overuse can lead to uncomfortable side effects like bloating, gas, or even a condition called alkalosis, where the blood becomes overly alkaline and disrupts the body's internal stability. That's why this remedy is best used occasionally, perhaps after a heavy holiday meal or a night of indulgence, rather than as a daily fix. In those moments, baking soda can offer a gentle, time-tested sense of relief. However, if you find yourself dealing with frequent or severe heartburn, it might be more than just a passing irritation. It could be a symptom of a more serious underlying condition such as gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD. That's when it's essential to speak with your healthcare provider. What seems like a simple fix should never be a substitute for proper diagnosis and care. Still, the simplicity of baking soda is part of its power. But its potential doesn't end with calming an upset stomach. This humble powder may also play a surprising role in supporting one of the body's most vital systems, the kidneys. Just as we rely on coffee to start our day, some seniors may find that baking soda can help protect their kidneys and extend their well-being in unexpected ways. As we grow older, we become more attuned to the silent systems that have carried us through the decades without complaint. And among the most hard-working of these are the kidneys, two small bean-shaped organs tucked neatly beneath the rib cage. Every single day, they filter an astonishing 200 quarts of blood, tirelessly removing waste, balancing fluids, managing blood pressure, and maintaining that delicate acid-alkaline equilibrium our bodies depend on. They even help regulate bone health and stimulate red blood cell production. Quietly and constantly, they keep our internal environment steady. But aging, especially when compounded by chronic conditions like diabetes, hypertension, or a history of kidney stones, can slowly reduce their efficiency. At first, the signs of kidney decline are easy to miss. Maybe it's a fatigue that just won't lift, swelling in the ankles or hands, or a subtle change in how often you urinate. Perhaps it's a quiet sense that something inside isn't quite right. These soft signals may point to a deeper imbalance, one that shouldn't be ignored. For seniors in the early stages of chronic kidney disease, CKD, which affects millions globally, baking soda, specifically sodium bicarbonate, has emerged as an unlikely yet promising ally. Over the last decade, researchers have shed new light on how it might support kidney health, especially in managing a condition called metabolic acidosis. As kidney function begins to decline, the body struggles to clear excess acid from the bloodstream. This leads to a more acidic internal environment, one that silently chips away at energy levels, weakens bones, and speeds up kidney damage. It becomes a vicious cycle, where the imbalance continues to worsen unless interrupted. Left unchecked, this progression can push patients closer to dialysis or other invasive treatments that dramatically alter one's quality of life. That's where sodium bicarbonate, yes, the same baking soda you keep in your kitchen, comes into focus. When taken in small, medically supervised doses, it acts as a buffer, helping to neutralize the excess acid and restore a healthier balance in the bloodstream. This simple shift can make a powerful difference. The evidence supporting its effectiveness is compelling. A long-term study published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology followed patients with early-stage chronic kidney disease, CKD. Those who received sodium bicarbonate supplements showed a much slower decline in kidney function than those who did not. Many participants were even able to avoid dialysis altogether. For seniors, these numbers aren't just data. They represent real possibilities. More mornings spent tending to a garden, more evenings laughing with grandchildren, and more independent days lived without being tethered to medical machinery. Can you imagine the peace of knowing that a teaspoon stirred into a simple glass of water could help support your kidneys' silent, essential work? To begin using baking soda as part of a kidney support routine, start slowly. A common recommendation is half a teaspoon dissolved in 4 to 8 ounces of water, taken once a day or as advised by your healthcare provider. The steps are uncomplicated. Stir until completely dissolved, sip gradually, and pay attention to how your body responds. For seniors already juggling a handful of prescriptions, the appeal of this remedy lies in its simplicity. There's no need for a special trip to the pharmacy, no elaborate process to follow, just a quiet, proactive act of care that offers both hope and control. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful tools are the ones closest at hand. Still, as with any remedy, caution is essential. Baking soda is high in sodium, which can be problematic for individuals with advanced kidney disease, heart failure, or issues with fluid retention. For these individuals, excess sodium can place dangerous strain on already vulnerable systems. Overuse can also disturb your body's acid-base balance, potentially leading to complications like alkalosis or elevated blood pressure. That's why it's vital to consult your healthcare provider before beginning regular use. When approached with care and guidance, this humble household item may offer meaningful support on your journey to better health. The goal is always to support your kidneys, not to place additional stress on them. That's why, if you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, I'd love for you to comment number 1 below, just to let me know you're here and engaged. Thank you for spending this time with me. Now, let's talk about something that affects many seniors yet often goes unspoken: urinary tract discomfort. Few things can disrupt daily life as severely as a urinary tract infection, especially in our later years. For many older adults, particularly women, the signs are all too familiar. A sharp, burning sensation every time you use the bathroom, an overwhelming urge to go that strikes without warning, and a deep, lingering ache in the lower abdomen that feels like it refuses to let go. But it's not just about physical pain. UTIs also chip away at one's dignity. They interrupt restful nights, add anxiety to simple routines, and leave many feeling like they've lost a basic sense of control, something that becomes even more important with age. And for those who deal with recurring infections, the cycle can feel endless. Antibiotics might bring temporary relief, but they don't always provide lasting protection. In between flare-ups, a low-level discomfort often remains, something subtle but persistent, and too often brushed aside. That's where baking soda, that quiet but powerful ally in your kitchen, may lend its support. While it's not a cure and certainly not a substitute for antibiotics, it can serve as a complementary aid. When dissolved in water and consumed, baking soda forms a mild alkaline solution. Once inside the body, this can raise the pH of your urine, making it less acidic. Why does this matter? Because the bacteria responsible for most UTIs, especially E. coli, thrive in acidic environments. For seniors prone to chronic or frequent UTIs, this small change in urinary pH can make a noticeable difference. It may help ease the persistent pelvic discomfort, reduce the urgency, and calm the burning sensations that make daily life feel so unpredictable. Scientific research backs this up. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Urology observed that women who suffered frequent UTIs and incorporated sodium bicarbonate into their care routines not only experienced fewer episodes, but also reported reduced severity in symptoms like burning and urgency. By reducing the acidity of urine, baking soda gently helps soothe the irritated urinary tract, providing a modest yet meaningful sense of relief. Imagine this. You stir half a teaspoon of baking soda into a warm glass of water. Take a slow, steady sip, and gradually feel that nagging discomfort ease. It's a quiet act of self-care, simple, intentional, and powerful in its own way. For many seniors, this tiny ritual becomes more than just a remedy. It's a symbol of regaining control, a comforting alternative that doesn't involve reaching for yet another pill to add to an already crowded medicine cabinet. It offers hope that comfort is still within reach. To use baking soda for urinary tract support, dissolve half a teaspoon into 4 to 8 ounces of water. Drink it once or twice a day, preferably between meals so it doesn't interfere with your stomach's natural digestive acids. Stir well until fully dissolved and sip slowly. Let your body absorb the solution at its own pace, giving it time to do what it does best: heal and restore. This simple practice can become a small but empowering step for those who feel caught in a frustrating cycle of recurring infections. However, it's important to remember that while baking soda may help ease discomfort, UTIs are still serious medical conditions, particularly for older adults. Left untreated, they can progress into more dangerous infections that affect the kidneys or bloodstream, especially for individuals with diabetes, those using catheters, or anyone with a compromised immune system. Baking soda should never be seen as a substitute for professional medical care. If you're experiencing symptoms like fever, blood in the urine, or severe pain, seek immediate help from a healthcare provider. And always consult your doctor before adding baking soda to your UTI care plan to make sure it's safe for your specific health situation. What makes this remedy so appealing is its balance of simplicity and accessibility. For seniors who are often juggling multiple prescriptions, the thought of a natural, inexpensive option feels like a quiet triumph, a reminder that sometimes healing comes in the most familiar forms. But the story doesn't end here. As impressive as baking soda is in calming urinary discomfort, its potential goes even further. That same humble mixture might also hold relief for another all-too-common condition in older adults: gout. A sudden flare in the middle of the night, a stabbing pain in the toe or ankle. How can baking soda possibly help with that? Imagine a burning pain in your big toe, so fierce it feels like a glowing ember is lodged inside the joint. The area is swollen, reddened, and so tender that even the gentle weight of a cotton bedsheet feels unbearable. Or perhaps the discomfort radiates from your ankle, knee, or even your fingers, turning the simplest movements into painful challenges. This is the harsh, unrelenting reality of gout, a condition that strikes with little warning and completely disrupts daily life. For many seniors, a gout flare feels like betrayal. After years of eating healthily, staying active, and following doctors' advice, It seems unfair. Why would the body rebel despite such care? Yet the attacks continue, robbing sleep, stealing mobility, and overshadowing life's small joys, like a walk in the morning sun or a warm dinner with family. At the core of gout is uric acid, a waste product that forms when the body breaks down purines, which are found in foods like red meat, shellfish, and alcoholic beverages. When uric acid builds up in the bloodstream, a condition called hyperuricemia, it can harden into needle-like crystals. These jagged fragments lodge in the joints, often targeting the big toe in a painful form of arthritis known as podagra. But they can also settle into the knees, wrists, or ankles. Imagine tiny glass shards buried beneath your skin. This is what these crystals feel like. Your immune system rushes to fight them off, flooding the area with inflammation. The result? A burning, throbbing pain so severe it can make even standing unbearable. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at managing this process. Reduced kidney function, chronic inflammation, and other changes that come with time only make gout more likely and more difficult to manage. For seniors already balancing multiple health conditions, a sudden flare-up can be both painful and emotionally defeating. Standard treatments, such as NSAIDs, colchicine, or medications like allopurinol to lower uric acid, are often necessary and effective. But these drugs can also come with unwanted side effects: nausea, kidney strain, or interactions with other prescriptions, all of which can be particularly challenging for older adults. That's where the beauty of a complementary home remedy enters the picture. What if there was a simple, gentle addition to your daily routine that could help ease gout's grip? One you likely already have in your kitchen? Enter baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate. More than just a baking ingredient, this household staple has long been used as a natural remedy for a variety of health concerns. Its potential role in managing gout lies in its ability to subtly shift your body's internal pH. Here's the science. Uric acid is more easily dissolved and eliminated by the kidneys when your body leans slightly alkaline. Baking soda, when dissolved in water, creates a mild alkaline environment. This shift helps prevent uric acid from crystallizing in the joints in the first place. By dissolving just half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of warm water and sipping it slowly, you gently guide your body's chemistry toward balance, giving your kidneys a better chance to flush out excess uric acid before it becomes a problem. Shifting the body toward a slightly alkaline state doesn't mean trying to turn yourself into an alkaline fortress, as some trendy health claims might suggest. Instead, it's about gently supporting your kidneys, the silent workers already striving to remove excess uric acid from your bloodstream day in and day out. This subtle adjustment can make a meaningful difference, especially for older adults managing the complications that come with aging. Emerging scientific studies, including those published in reputable journals like Arthritis and Rheumatology and the Journal of Rheumatology, are beginning to shine light on this promising approach. One noteworthy study from 2010 revealed that patients with elevated uric acid levels who took oral sodium bicarbonate experienced a significant reduction in serum uric acid. This decrease could, in turn, lower the likelihood of experiencing those painful and sudden gout flares that can derail daily life. For seniors, who often face more frequent and intense attacks due to the natural decline in kidney efficiency, this simple home-based practice offers more than just symptom relief. It holds the promise of spending fewer nights in discomfort and enjoying more mornings with freedom of movement, walking, gardening, or simply getting out of bed without fear. If you're considering incorporating baking soda into your daily routine, the key is moderation and mindfulness. A common recommendation is to dissolve about half a teaspoon of baking soda in 8 ounces of warm water once or twice a day. But this shouldn't be done casually. Always consult a healthcare provider first, especially if you have conditions like high blood pressure, kidney issues, or are on a low-sodium diet, as baking soda does contain sodium, which can affect fluid balance and cardiovascular health. Timing also plays a role in effectiveness. Taking it on an empty stomach, either first thing in the morning or several hours after a meal, can help maximize its alkalizing potential without disrupting your digestive process. This small act becomes more than just mixing ingredients. It becomes a conscious step toward better health. And for many seniors, this isn't just theory, it's personal. Take Margaret, for instance, a 72-year-old retiree who once cherished her daily morning walks but had begun to dread them due to recurring gout attacks. After speaking with her doctor, she decided to add a simple glass of baking soda water to her routine, pairing it with her existing medications. Within a few weeks, she noticed her flare-ups began to decrease, not just in frequency but also in intensity. For Margaret, this wasn't merely about neutralizing acid. It was about reclaiming her life, feeling strong enough to tend her garden, enjoy her family, and embrace her independence once more.
Dancing with her grandchildren, that was Margaret's quiet victory. And while her ritual may seem small, it carries a deeply emotional weight. It's a daily reminder that even in the face of chronic conditions or aging bodies, we still hold the power to influence how we feel and how we live. But the surprising benefits of baking soda don't end with the joints or the kidneys. Just as it helps dissolve the sharp crystals that trigger gout pain, it can also neutralize other hidden discomforts within the body. And what if one of those discomforts is closer to your smile than you think? Let's begin where personal comfort and confidence often intersect: your mouth. Could something as ordinary as baking soda help soothe mouth sores and even refresh your breath, restoring ease in every word you speak and every smile you share? As we grow older, we become more sensitive to discomforts that once felt minor. A tiny sore on the inside of your cheek suddenly turns every meal into a painful chore. A lingering bitter taste or the quiet anxiety of wondering whether your breath is truly fresh. These things begin to matter more. They shape how confidently we speak with friends, greet loved ones, or even enjoy a shared laugh over dinner. For many seniors, these oral challenges become unwelcome companions. Age-related issues like dry mouth, known medically as xerostomia, often go hand in hand with medications such as blood pressure drugs, antidepressants, or diuretics. Dentures may add another layer of irritation. While these issues might not require a doctor's appointment, they still impact quality of life. They quietly chip away at your confidence and sense of ease, especially in social settings where connection matters most. That's where baking soda steps in again, not as a miracle, but as a time-honored, gentle aid. Long before store shelves were filled with colorful mouthwashes and fancy toothpastes, generations before us turned to baking soda to clean their teeth, freshen their breath, and calm irritated mouths. This wasn't just folk tradition. It was a practice rooted in both practicality and now, as science confirms, effectiveness. Sodium bicarbonate naturally neutralizes the acids that accumulate in the mouth, shifting the environment toward balance. And in that balanced state, the harmful bacteria that cause bad breath, gum irritation, and plaque have a much harder time surviving. By rinsing your mouth with a mild baking soda solution, you're doing more than freshening up. You're creating conditions that support healing and calm. The science behind this is simple, yet profound. The pH of your mouth plays a major role in your oral health. When acidity gets too high, bacteria thrive and inflammation follows. Baking soda gently raises that pH, bringing it back into a range where your body can naturally do what it was designed to do: heal, restore, and protect. The pH in your mouth isn't static. It constantly shifts based on what you eat, drink, and even the medications you take. Foods high in sugar or acid, like citrus fruits or soda, can lower the mouth's pH, creating an environment where harmful bacteria thrive. One of the most aggressive culprits, Streptococcus mutans, flourishes in this acidic setting, contributing to bad breath, tooth decay, and gum disease. But baking soda gently restores balance. By neutralizing acids, it raises the pH level, making it much harder for these bacteria to survive and multiply. This isn't just a home remedy passed down from grandparents. Studies, including those published in the Journal of the American Dental Association, support the effectiveness of sodium bicarbonate in reducing plaque acidity and inhibiting bacterial growth. It's a simple yet powerful ally in maintaining oral hygiene, especially for seniors. Why is this especially important in older age? Because up to 30% of seniors experience dry mouth, or xerostomia, a condition that reduces saliva production. Saliva isn't just for comfort. It plays a crucial role in washing away food particles, neutralizing acids, and maintaining a healthy oral environment. When saliva is lacking, bacteria multiply more quickly, increasing the risk of cavities, gum inflammation, and persistent bad breath. For those dealing with this issue, traditional alcohol-based mouthwashes can actually make things worse. They often sting, dry the mouth further, or cause a burning sensation that discourages regular use. A baking soda rinse offers a gentle, non-irritating alternative. Dissolving half a teaspoon of baking soda in a glass of warm water and swishing it around the mouth for 30 to 60 seconds can bring soothing relief. It helps calm canker sores, reduce inflammation from denture irritation, and leaves the mouth feeling naturally fresh, without artificial flavors or burning sensations. Consider Robert's experience. At 80 years old, he struggled with persistent mouth ulcers caused by his dentures, compounded by dry mouth from his blood pressure medication. Most commercial rinses left his mouth feeling raw and uncomfortable. But when he switched to a daily rinse with baking soda, the change was noticeable. His sores began to heal, and for the first time in weeks, he could enjoy meals without wincing. Even more than physical relief, this small change gave him back the confidence to engage in conversations without worry. For Robert, it wasn't just about clean breath or soothed gums. It was about smiling freely again, reclaiming the everyday joy of sharing laughter and food with others. That's the quiet power of a baking soda rinse, a small act of care that carries a ripple effect into every social interaction. Beyond physical comfort, this simple remedy also helps ease the emotional discomfort tied to oral health issues. Let's face it, bad breath is rarely talked about, yet it can be a major source of self-consciousness, especially for seniors who deeply value their social connections. Unlike minty mouthwashes that simply mask odors, baking soda goes deeper. It alters the chemistry of the mouth itself, addressing the cause rather than the symptom. This shift in your oral environment means odor-causing bacteria lose their foothold, giving way to a cleaner, fresher mouth, and, more importantly, the confidence to laugh, speak, and connect without hesitation. For seniors, this isn't just a hygiene habit. It becomes a quiet, daily affirmation of self-respect. It reminds us that even the seemingly small discomforts in life are worthy of care, attention, and gentle solutions. But baking soda's impact reaches far beyond the mouth. Just as it neutralizes acidity and calms internal irritation, it may also lend surprising support after physical activity, helping your body recover more gracefully and reducing the aches that sometimes follow a good workout or a long day in the garden. Could a simple glass of baking soda water really make your next walk or yard work session more enjoyable and less painful? Let's explore how this age-old remedy might help ease post-exercise soreness, especially for those navigating the natural challenges of aging. For many older adults, staying physically active isn't just about health. It's a declaration of independence. Whether it's a peaceful morning stroll through your favorite neighborhood path, tending a blooming garden under a warm sun, or stretching gently during a physical therapy session, movement connects us to life's rhythm. It's a celebration of what your body can do. Yet with that movement often comes an unwanted guest: muscle soreness. It tends to creep in a day or two later, making joints feel stiffer, muscles tighter, and even everyday activities, like climbing stairs or lifting groceries, feel unusually difficult. This delayed onset muscle soreness, or DOMS, is familiar to many seniors, and it can lead to a frustrating thought.
Is this just part of getting older? The truth is, a certain level of soreness is a natural part of growth. It means your muscles are adapting, rebuilding, and becoming more resilient. During physical activity, particularly when you're doing something new or slightly more intense than usual, your muscles produce lactic acid, a byproduct of energy metabolism. That's what contributes to that burning sensation while you move and the lingering stiffness afterward. While this process is entirely healthy, excessive soreness can feel discouraging. It might even make you question whether staying active is worth the discomfort. And that's where baking soda, your humble kitchen staple, can quietly step in to help. Sodium bicarbonate works within your body as a natural buffer. It helps neutralize the buildup of excess acid, including lactic acid, which can otherwise contribute to that dragging, heavy feeling in your muscles. By subtly shifting your body's internal pH toward a more balanced state, baking soda may reduce the intensity and duration of muscle fatigue. A common method is simple. Dissolve half a teaspoon of baking soda into an 8-ounce glass of water and drink it shortly after finishing your activity. This soothing ritual can support recovery and help you feel less weighed down by soreness the next day. This isn't just anecdotal wisdom. Studies published in respected journals like the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research have explored the role of sodium bicarbonate in reducing exercise-related fatigue and improving endurance. While those studies often focus on athletes, the principles apply more broadly, because aging well includes staying active without feeling defeated by discomfort. Research published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research has shown that sodium bicarbonate can improve muscle recovery by buffering the acidity that builds up during physical activity. By helping to stabilize your internal environment, it allows you to move more freely and comfortably the next day. A 2013 study, for instance, found that sodium bicarbonate supplementation helped reduce muscle fatigue and enhanced performance during high-intensity exercise. While the study focused on athletes, the takeaway is just as meaningful for seniors engaging in gentler but equally important activities, like walking around the neighborhood or doing light strength training at home. For older adults, this kind of support isn't just helpful. It can be life-changing. Whether you're rebuilding strength after surgery, maintaining your flexibility to remain independent, or simply enjoying your favorite weekly yoga class, a little extra recovery support can mean the difference between staying consistent and giving up due to pain or stiffness. Take Helen's story, for example. At 68, she had recently undergone hip replacement surgery and was determined to return to her favorite pastime, gardening. Yet the soreness that followed even light activity made her hesitate to kneel among her beloved flower beds. After introducing a simple baking soda drink into her post-gardening routine, she gradually began to notice a difference. Her muscles felt less tense, her body more forgiving. What once felt like a chore returned to being a joyful ritual. For Helen, this wasn't just about soothing her muscles. It was about reconnecting with her garden, a sacred space filled with memories of her late husband and the comfort of nature. And that's the true beauty of baking soda's support. It lies not only in its affordability or accessibility, but in the quiet strength it gives back. Just half a teaspoon in a glass of water, sipped slowly in a calm moment after movement, becomes a small but meaningful gesture. It's not about chasing perfection or eliminating every ache. It's about softening the edges of fatigue, reclaiming a bit of vitality, and approaching the day with renewed confidence. For seniors who often carry both the physical and emotional weight of aging, this kind of gentle care feels like a private victory. It reminds us that recovery doesn't always need to come in the form of a prescription or clinic visit. Sometimes it comes from the kitchen, from intention, and from honoring your body's journey. And the story doesn't end with muscles and joints. Baking soda's ability to neutralize acid and promote internal balance hints at something deeper. Could this unassuming white powder play a larger role in maintaining the body's overall harmony, from energy to immune strength? Today's diets, often heavy in processed foods, sugary snacks, red meats, and coffee, tend to tip our internal balance toward acidity. Combine that with common stressors, prescription medications, and reduced physical activity, and the result is a body that quietly struggles to maintain equilibrium. For many older adults, these challenges add up. Even a slight but sustained increase in acidity can trigger subtle, lingering symptoms: persistent fatigue that doesn't lift, aching joints that feel stiffer each morning, unexplained inflammation, or a vague sense of being off. Over time, this internal imbalance, known as chronic low-grade acidity, may quietly contribute to more serious health problems. When the body becomes too acidic, it pulls calcium from the bones to neutralize that acid, potentially weakening bone density and increasing the risk of fractures. Muscle wasting may follow. Energy dips become more frequent. Even the immune system and cardiovascular health can suffer, increasing vulnerability to conditions like diabetes or heart disease. Although the bloodstream tightly regulates pH within a narrow range of 7.35 to 7.45, your tissues, joints, and organs carry the burden of buffering dietary and lifestyle imbalances. And that ongoing strain? It's often felt as a slow drain on resilience, vitality, and even mood, leaving seniors feeling less vibrant, less strong, and at times less like themselves. That's where the humble power of baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, steps in once again. As a natural alkaline buffer, baking soda gently helps neutralize excess acids throughout the body, relieving the load on your kidneys and lungs. By simply dissolving half a teaspoon in a glass of warm water a few times per week, you can offer your body meaningful support in preserving its precious acid-alkaline balance. This isn't about adopting extreme alkaline diets or fads that promise unrealistic results. Instead, it's about giving your body a soft nudge in the right direction, a subtle but powerful tool to help it do what it's already trying to do: keep you feeling well. Emerging research supports this approach. Studies published in respected journals such as the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and the Journal of Gerontology have found that natural alkaline buffers like sodium bicarbonate can reduce inflammatory markers, support healthy metabolism, and even aid kidney function in older adults. These effects may not be dramatic overnight, but over time, they may slow the subtle progression of age-related decline. For many seniors, the changes are tangible. Those who begin incorporating baking soda water into their weekly routine often report feeling noticeably lighter and more mentally clear, as though a haze they hadn't even realized was there had begun to lift. Their joints feel less reactive, energy more sustained, and daily tasks a little easier to face. Take James, for example. At 75, he prided himself on maintaining a healthy diet and staying on top of his medical checkups. Yet, despite doing everything right, he found himself constantly tired, dragging through his days with a sense of foggy fatigue. After a conversation with his doctor, he began adding a baking soda drink to his weekly routine, just 3 times a week. Slowly, he started to feel the difference. More energy in the mornings, improved digestion, and a renewed sense of clarity that reminded him of his younger years. And for James, it wasn't just about feeling better. It was about getting back to enjoying life. Something as simple as walking the dog without feeling winded, or laughing with his grandchildren without distraction from aches or fatigue. Let's now explore how this same household staple, so simple yet so powerful, can offer support even beyond the body, reaching into areas of emotional well-being and longevity that may surprise you. James noticed the difference in ways that truly mattered. His digestion improved and his energy felt more consistent, giving him the freedom to enjoy his daily walks and precious moments with his grandchildren without feeling drained. For him, this wasn't some magical cure. It was a simple science-backed practice used thoughtfully to align with the body's natural intelligence. Just stirring a small amount of baking soda into water became more than a health remedy. It became a moment of calm, a gentle pause in the day to check in with his body and spirit. This quiet ritual held emotional meaning. Each sip served as a reminder that well-being isn't just about avoiding disease, but about nurturing wholeness, physically, emotionally, and mentally. When we support our body's internal balance, we often notice broader benefits. Digestion smooths out, sleep deepens, and even the immune system seems more responsive. It's the kind of ripple effect that doesn't just improve health, it enhances life. And interestingly, the effects of pH balance aren't limited to internal systems. Just as excess acidity within the body can cause issues like fatigue or inflammation, it can also show up outwardly, on the skin. Many older adults quietly deal with chronic dryness, irritation, or itching, whether from medication side effects, age-related skin changes, or conditions like eczema and psoriasis. But what if the same neutralizing properties of baking soda that soothe your stomach and joints could also calm your skin? The answer is yes. A gentle baking soda rinse or soak may offer noticeable relief, helping to reduce itchiness and inflammation and restore comfort to irritated areas. This humble remedy, often overlooked in our cabinets, is a testament to how simple, natural care can offer deep comfort from head to toe. As we come to a close, I invite you to reflect for a moment. Isn't it remarkable how something as ordinary as baking soda, just a white powder in a box, can hold so much healing power? Whether it's easing digestive upset, supporting kidney function, reducing gout flare-ups, freshening breath, or calming skin, these small, mindful actions truly add up. Especially in our later years, every choice we make to care for our bodies carries greater meaning. Remember, true wellness is not just about what we take. It's about how we live, how we listen to our bodies, and how we stay curious, compassionate, and connected to our health journey. What's one insight from today's video that surprised or inspired you? I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your story might be just what someone else needs to hear. If you found value in this video, please like, share it with others who may benefit, and be sure to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint for more empowering, natural wellness content. Wishing you health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to the Healthy Aging Blueprint channel.